Hi everybody, welcome to Comics Tuesday, and today I've got a whole bunch of different topics for you. You see, in the past, I promised to do a whole lot of topics that I haven't gotten around to yet. I've been locked in a freezer. But now, it's finally time I get around to, a good handful of them. Let's kick this pig. First off, we're going to have a hard-hitting discussion about hard-hitting. You see, hard-hitting is just hitting real hard. And in comic books, it's a really interesting way to move your story along. And it can create some of the most memorable moments in the history of a lot of our characters. But in real life, violence is bad. Moving right along. Now we're going to talk about Thor's unbreakable thong. You see, the mighty Thor Odinson, he has this thong that he wears. And it's unbreakable. And he uses it. It's how he flies. He throws Mjolnir and holds onto his thong. And he takes off into the skies. On an unrelated note, I have no idea if Thor wears, sexy underwear or not. It's perhaps best left unanswered. Next up, who's the best superhero animal? Well, what are you thinking? Is it Krypto the Superdog? Well, then you're wrong. You're a f***ing liar. It's not Krypto. Maybe it's Dexstar. Yeah, that's right. That's a cat Red Lantern that's vomiting blood, which is really awesome. But no, he's not the best either. Is it Iron Mandrill? I mean, no, not really, because it's just a different version of Iron Man. No, the real answer is Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham. And you see, Spider-Ham is just as powerful as the original Peter Parker. And he's got that same wisecracking personality, except he's maybe a bit more confident in himself. And you know what? Spider-Ham saved all of the other Spider characters in Spider-Verse. And he even has imitators. So no doubt, the Spectacular Spider-Ham is the best animal superhero ever. What superpower is best to get out of a traffic ticket? And the answer, of course, is the power that works. And there are a lot of powers that you're likely to have success with. Some examples of this are super speed, invisibility, flight. You could use telepathy and make the officer forget that he's going to give you a ticket. You could just have a spider sense and not get caught in the first place. But that's not definitive enough. No, here is my choice. I would choose to have Ghost Rider powers. That's right. Because who wants to give a ticket to a guy with a flaming skull? And if anybody does, then it's time for the penance stare. Look upon your sins! And finally, we're nearing the end now. Who has the best superhero hair? Well, what do you mean by that, right? You could mean the most hair. That's Wolverine. You could mean the least hair, Professor X. Or, the most useful hair, I guess that's Medusa. Or if you're talking facial hair, Tony Stark. You could mean the most versatile hair, that's Captain Marvel. So I'm just going to make a call on this one. I say the best superhero hair is the hair that's been classy since the 60s. That's Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic. Look at that sexy man. And that's all the topics I have to catch up on today. So it's time for the viewer question, which is, what's the first comic book you ever read? For me, it was The Spectacular Spider-Man. Be sure to leave your answer down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and come back next week for Comics Tuesday. Next week on Comics Tuesday, we're going to talk about comic book art and what's good or bad art. Thanks for watching.